Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles. I am delighted to be joined from Los Angeles to Quebec City right now with David with his fantastic movie Under Pressure. But for those that haven't seen it, let's take a look at the clip.
On convertit nos désirs les plus ridicules en droits inaliénables. Puis ces droits-là, c'est le pain puis le beurre du marché mondialisé. Je veux juste faire observer que la verticalité, c'est la qualité, c'est le sacré. Là, on est à l'époque de l'horizontalité. Il n'y a plus de sacré, c'est le règne de la quantité, la lutte des égaux, il n'y a plus d'humilité, il y a juste de l'orgueil. On est en crise de merde, on vit une méchante crise de sens, mon homme. C'est une crise spirituelle.
David, I'm so happy to have you here with us. It's so wonderful.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being part of the New Filmmakers LA Film Festival. Your film is like a film I've never seen before. It's unbelievable. It's wonderfully funny with some great humor. But for those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
Yeah, well, it's about a young marketing director whose name is Mark, and he's going through a kind of existential crisis, and he will be enlightened by his cabin neighbor, who is a Marxist janitor, and he will attempt to let him know how capitalism is working. But of course, it's at second level, comedy.
It is so funny, like the whole interaction, just the dialogue that is taking place, the brilliant acting for this kind of movie. Dare I ask, David, where did the inspiration come for you in creating this project?
Well, I was in 2017. I was reading one of the books of a French intellectual. He is Jean-Claude Michéa, and he is trying in his work. He's trying to analyze how the new capitalism is related with the new left. He's calling it the new left, and I was pretty inspired by his work, and I wanted to, because I've made already 2 dramas, and I wanted to try a comedy. So I was interested in make social commentary by comedy. So that's how it begins.
Well, I'm glad you moved into comedy, because it's really hard to create comedy, but I mean, it was so funny, and I love the humor in this film. I thought you obviously have to get a really, really good cast that can really show great comedic timing. How was the casting process for you? Because they both did a fantastic job, all 3 of them.
Well, I with the young marketing director, the actor is Steven Lee Potvin. I've already worked with him at the time on another project, so and we had a great relation, and so I thought about him when thinking about the casting. And for Jean-Philippe Côté, the janitor, just his face, I thought it was a perfect fit for the role, because just by his physique, I was inspired by his physique, and I think that makes a great duo.
No, they really did make a great duo. And it's quite an intense comedy scene, obviously taking place, in the restaurant. What were kind of some of the bigger challenges that you had in making this project, if any?
Maybe the rhythm. It's pretty hard. In comedy, the rhythm is vital, and we obviously did a lot of takes, because we had a lot of laughs. And yeah, and with the monologue of Benoit, the janitor,
Yes, 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 yes.
it was a little bit technical, and some terminology. It's not pretty usual to use that. So yeah, that was another difficulties. But yeah, it on the editing it was pretty challenging to find, also to find a good balance in the fart sound, because we didn't want to make a film about farts, you know. We wanted to be a little bit subtle with all that. And yeah, it was easy to put them to push too much of them, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we've yeah we did well.
You did very well. You did
Overall.
very well. You know what's so interesting as well with comedy? You know, there's got to be sort of comedic timing in the edits, like you said. You know, it's kind of in order to get the jokes to come across. There's a lot of like quick cut twos, obviously, in this film, but it just worked really well. And I thought the writer of the monologue was just really, really good as well. Like really, really intriguing. Never expected to hear something so philosophical on
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah, that was the idea. This was one of our objectives.
Yeah, no, really very good. Just curious, looking back on this project, obviously where this inspiration came from, you know, was really interesting. What did you want your audience to experience? Like, did you have, like, what were you hoping that your audience would take from your project?
Well, I was expecting to please two kind of audience. One that is more intellectually engaged with social issues, and the other one who is not so. And maybe yeah, they will more, you know, grip on the you know, all the
The
farts.
comedy, the comedic side, yeah. I
Yeah.
think you got both. I think you got both the audiences for sure. I really do. I mean, I enjoyed it from both perspectives. So, and again, we've never seen a film that's gone this philosophical and then, you know, have that kind of type of comedy in there. It was really very good to see. Looking at what's next for you, David.
Actually, I'm working on another short film based on the part of the history of a friend of mine who is a hairdresser, and a set hairdresser. He last year he won a Canadian screen film award for his work on the first movie of the first not short but a long movie, you know.
Yeah, feature
film, excuse me, of Matthew Rankin. It was a filmmaker. So but yeah, the story of Nermin, who is because he when he was like 14 years old, he lived through the Bosnia Herzegovina conflict. So it was pretty hard for him and for his family to through that. So it will be about some refugees, and he was one of them. So yeah, I'm returning to drama for this one, but I'm also have another project on the side, which is another satire, and it will be out soon.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
Well, I'm fascinated to see this project as well. I think that's going to be a very powerful story to share. So I can't wait for that one already. And just finally, to our audience, who have got a lot of filmmakers in our audience, is there kind of any advice that you have for filmmakers out there, or anything that you use as an artist, like what you use to sort of support you in your filmmaking world?
Maybe, I don't know, not so much original, but I think one of the key when we are in the filmmaking industry and when we are beginning in it, it's a really good thing to write projects that will be able to do despite of the lack of financing. And that's why with Under Pressure we had just one or two locations. So it was really easy to do, and we have to, maybe it's a good idea to have a good concept, a good and simple concept. And that's
absolutely
the advice I can give.
Absolutely. No, and you know, and trying to just make it happen. And like you said, the finances, like, you know, there's always a way around you can make your project. So no, I love that. Well, listen, David, thanks so much for bringing Under Pressure. It is a brilliant film. I know people at the film festival talking about how much they loved it because it just made them laugh, and also had philosophical elements too. So thanks so much, David, for bringing Under Pressure New Filmmakers. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for you to talk to me today, Danny. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
There we go. It was easy.